Happening now is very interesting news to hear. We keep on talking about it, and we must continue to talk about it with what is just happened in Lagos, where the former president of Nigeria, Olusegun Obasanjo, came out and made a statement concerning that Igbos are not going on, and of course that the Igbos own Lagos. We are not going to. A lot of people are saying they're not going to buy into that because it looks like it is a fake, trying to keep Igbos to a corner, box Igbos to the corner with that kind of statement. And we are saying, people are saying that we don't need to have that kind of understanding of staying in Lagos. We have a destination already, and that destination is where we must focus and where we must look up to at the end of the day. And that place is Biafra, because like I said, people are working on the ground to see that we do not continue to be victims of oppression in anywhere we find ourselves, because we know that Igbos are capable of defending themselves. We have seen several things that are going on. Even in the north currently now, the Ekpa is also carrying out a massive campaign, for the Hausas in the north, trying to get them into sanity to understand the need for them, to make sure that they do provide security for themselves, you understand, and if need be, begin the campaign for final disintegration of Nigeria. But what we're looking at that is a very clear thing, considering the recent move made by Ekpa when the Finnish woman government representative here in Nigeria made a kind of statement. That statement, was not really something that was thoroughly guided. Nobody guided him, but I will feel that Nigerian government might have acted something that made that woman. But since that time, we have seen, explosive moves by Ekpa, trying to get international lobbies to start playing a very important role in the Biafran agitation and in seeking the world leaders to buy into the concept of sovereignty of Biafra. Kudos and to Simon Ekpa for that move. The recent one was very, very encouraging and astonishing, and it's a cheering news for Biafrans all over the world, wherever they are. The D-Day is near, the time is coming, the heavens and the earth are celebrating it. Even those who are enemies marvel, at the rising of the kingdom of what we're talking about, Biafra. So Simon Ekpa recently had a close pass. What I mean by a close pass with the Chinese government. Of course, some representative who I don't want to mention names, but anybody that cares to listen should go and check out who is Young King. In American Congress. Not a lot of things we are going to be disclosing to you here. But this is a high time we call the Ohanese Indigo and the Igbo leaders in the East to be very, very, careful with the kind of statement they made, especially the one credited to the Deputy Speaker, Benjamin Carlo, making a kind of a political move. It's too early for that. We should allow Alex Otti for now to be. We cannot continue to tolerate those kind of Fulani influenced politicians of Igbo extraction to continue to make unguided statement against people who people have chosen as their own leader. Talking about Alex Otti. Alex Otti, for now, I think is a force to reckon with. He has shown leadership in Abia State, and the Abia people are not complaining. He is trying to, bring back, the lost glory of Aba. At the end of the day, we want to see another Tokyo in Aba. We want to see another Beijing, in Aba. We want to see another New York in Aba. Those are the things we are looking at. It's hard time we start making preparation for the restoration, building infrastructures, giving commitment, to development, targeting seaport and airport, work that are working. this is not a joke. Where Biafrans are not joking, agitators are not joking. They are engaging the international community, they are engaging the world leaders. It's not everything you will understand. Now, at the due time, the proclamation of Biafra will be done appropriately, not by Nigeria. Nigeria government and leaders are too small to negotiate Biafra on behalf of Biafrans. Nobody's going to take that from them. The network is becoming very clearer, in the global stage, in the international community, where we are seeing different class of lobbyists from different countries coming in mass, synergizing with the man of Finland. They are talking about the world class separatist Simon Ekpa, doing a lot of networking and all that. And you can see that currently now the Finnish government has already identified with him properly, and those who were carrying those fake news that he has escaped to Venezuela, I think by now they should be feeling bad, because the man, as I'm talking to you, has stretched down his network to the Finnish president, Alexander Stubb, and there are some things that are going on underground, because there are bilaterals, there are agreements, those who are going to handle the territorial waters, those who are going to handle the airspace, those who are, because we are looking at, total restoration, of the Biafran entity as in their land, in their space, in the geographical zone and all that, including some parts of people areas that was actually ceded to Cameroon, that was part of before the British came and manipulated the French government as at that time. I'm talking about 1900, thereabout. There are a lot of work going on in that regard, because we want a Biafra that will be a formidable, stronger, a nation to reckon with among the African continent. Of course, the network is already there, because we will see what is happening recently. We saw what happened recently in Mali, where the Wagner mercenaries of Russia invaded a particular place, and attacked a certain community, yes, in Burkina Faso, in Mali, and signaling that there is something going on within the ECOWAS bloc, within the AU bloc, that will see the Western world, strengthening their network, strengthening their communication, binding into the concept and the support of the restoration of Biafra as a nation, as a sovereign nation. It is going to come, like a miracle to so many people who do not understand the level of network. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is currently on detention, in illegal detention in Nigeria, and has been refused bail, even though the court have said so. The whole world is watching, and the fact remains that we are not going to take it, funny anymore, because these are people who sit in their respective places and breed terrorism. How can somebody wake up one morning and start a campaign, a group of people, a far-right Yorubas, that Igbos must go in Lagos? Of course, that did not go down well. It is a repeat of what has happened in the past, and it's a lesson and an experience, to so many Igbo leaders around the world, who have seen it as a major threat. Most especially the world military veterans of Igbo extraction in the United States of America. They've already made it very clearly to the president of Nigeria, current president Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who is already on his way to France. Whatever engagement, we don't know what has gone to France to do, but we can remember, we know very well that he just flew out with 150 billion worth of jet, fresh new jet, to France. And we don't know what he has gone there to do, but that private jet worth 150 billion currently now. So we must understand that the resources that has powered Nigeria for 104 years is coming back from Biafran land, and to an extent, there's a limit to everything. That takes us back to the days where we shared some experiences why Igbos has continued to become victims, you know. But what we are seeing now is like the British government, you know, have realized their mistakes, and they are trying to make sure that they build a kind of bilateral relationship. They are trying to be relational, you know, with allies or coalitions of Biafran support currently now, led by some congressmen in the United States of America, currently serving now congressmen in that country. Why we are expecting a very structural and competitive election between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris any moment from now, and we're expecting either the Democrats or the Republicans win that election. But from what we are gathering currently in the United States of America, the diplomatic relationship, Nigeria has been stripped completely, you know, because of the what is happening surrounding the corruption that have been played at the international level, that is being seen as an international mess and a big damage to the federal government of Nigeria currently now. So a lot of countries are withdrawing their immunity and signaling the collapse of the zoo. Yes, no matter how you see it, that's the fact of the matter, and we must continue to see it in that direction. What is happening currently in the East is not something to write home about. We are seeing a massive military campaign on the ground, you know, invading houses, invading homes, you know, in that land. These are not Boko Haram. These are not Boko Haram territory. People are not in any way involved in armed struggle with whatever federal government military they have here. You know, they should concentrate in the north, you know, where there is massive killing, kidnapping of over 20 graduates or students, you know, who were on tour to their respective places of, you know, excursion. We are kidnapped. You know, there is also a massive killing by unknown government. You know, these are the areas they need to concentrate. But I don't know actually what is their interest in the Biafran land that is being seen. That's why a lot of people believe that this is being sponsored. The insecurity in the Biafran land in the East is being sponsored by the federal government to continue to distort and extort and destroy the growing economy in that place. So we are becoming wise on that regard, and that's why we are saying, we are talking to this deputy speaker of the Federal House of Assembly. You know, this deputy speaker himself should be able to understand the fact that the real thing is this. It's not about Fulani influence position that has been given to you. You should be ashamed of yourself, knowing fully well that you are the sixth person in the hierarchy of power. So people are supposed to be celebrating deputy speaker, and you are bragging that is arrant nonsense. You know, nobody should take it down to Abia State. Of course, if like some people will see, you know, that's going to be God's own state, is going to be the first capital. You know, nobody's going to contest that at the end of the day, the capital of Federal Republic of Nigeria. So on that note, everybody should be wise. Everybody should be at alert. You know, everybody should understand that, you know, no Igbo man, no single Igbo man, no single Biafran will be left behind in the cause. Even if Nigeria, if at the end of the day the world leader decided to grant us Biafra, the Igbos have right to stay anywhere in the world. As I'm talking to you now, autopilot men has been activated, and they are beginning to position themselves, you know, within the nooks and crannies of strategic states like Abuja, like Lagos, Kaduna, and thereabout. You know, everybody is being watched. While they are watching us, we're also watching them. The time will come, and the time has come. A lot is happening, and we're expecting that the IPOB leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, that any moment from now, where he is going to step out again, you know, to face the judiciary, Fulani-led judiciary in Abuja. Conquest is conquer, you know, victory remains the hope of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And we are praying for him, praying for his release from detention, come what may, even though it looks like the North are using it to negotiate, the 2027 election, whether Tinubu is going to come back or not. But I think it has gathered enough momentum, and they are watching. Men are threatening down there. Biafra's liberation army are threatening. A lot of people are threatening, the consequences if anything happens. It's not a threat. It's a message. It's an alert to everybody to understand that, at this point in time where we are having alert declaration passing to every nook and cranny of this world, it is not a crime to ask for a nation, for a sovereign nation. It is a right, not a privilege, according to the United Nations Charter. So those who are of Commonwealth background, moving to Abuja, trying to negotiate regionalism, trying to negotiate restructuring, trying to negotiate new costs, you are negotiating for their own country. What we are after is to bring solidarity to the support of Biafra, and that is why the people like Samuel Ekpa has extremely been able to add value in that regard. And that is the brief for today. Kudos to Gus Bicalaris, the congressman in charge of religion and human rights in the United States of America. Kudos to Young King, a woman, a Chinese woman, signally representing the Chinese government in America for their wonderful support to the restoration of Biafra at the end of the day. God bless you.